Judge, this is a case of Cassidy's.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Miss Cassidy, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
We were married for several years, and he adopted my son from my first marriage, which meant my first husband relinquished all rights. And he doesn't want to take care of the child anymore, now that we're divorced.
Okay, sir, is there a reason you don't want to take care of your son?
Well, he's not my son.
Well, yes, he is. You adopted him.
I thought I was in love with her. I just wanted to please her.
So you didn't really love the child at all, your son? Because he is your son, just so we're clear. You're not going to be able to say things like, it's not my child. You adopted this child legally. This is your child.
Well, he's not blood. He's her son. He's not my blood son. He's a redhead.
What does that have to do with anything? The color of his hair?
Kids.
What does the color of his hair have to do with
I
anything?
just always hated redheaded kids.
Okay. How did the two of you meet?
Well, I had been divorced several years, and I'm a father.
All right, everyone, get ready. This courtroom showdown is about to heat up. The video opens with intense, dramatic music as Judge Vonda Bailey takes her seat, setting the stage for what promises to be a tense legal dispute. The atmosphere in the courtroom is charged with anticipation. Enter Miss Cassidy, composed yet clearly determined. She presents her case. Her ex-husband willingly adopted her son from a previous marriage, but now that they're divorced, he refuses to provide support for the child he once vowed to care for. Then, the ex-husband speaks, and the situation escalates. Quickly, he attempts to sidestep accountability, bluntly declaring, "He's not my biological son." The courtroom reacts with audible shock, but Judge Vonda Bailey isn't having any of it. She swiftly dismantles his argument, making it clear that adoption is more than just a gesture. It carries the same legal weight as biological parenthood. His responsibility to the child remains intact, regardless of their biological connection. The stakes are high, and this is just the beginning of the drama unfolding in court.
Yes, he's a farmer.
Ma'am, I will give you your opportunity to speak in just a moment, okay? Go ahead, sir.
So my friends took me out to a club. I call them mammary clinics. Took me out to a mammary clinic for my birthday. And that's where I met her. And she strapped it to me. And I fell in love with her that night. And
You fell in love enough to adopt her son,
to marry her. Because I thought I was in love with her.
okay?
And so we got married, and she coaxed me into adopting her kid.
Okay, you
The
adopted
redheaded
your
one.
child,
Yeah.
and you're here today because she wants you to
Pay child support.
pay
for
child
that
support
kid.
and take care of your child.
He's more of a ballerina than he is a boy.
What do you mean by a ballerina?
I don't want that kid. He's
Sir, you adopted this child.
well. Let his own father adopt him back.
Wait a minute. His father terminated his rights, and you adopted this child.
Well, she can talk.
I'm not
somebody
about
else
to play this game with you, sir. Mr. Cassidy, we're not doing that today, okay? This is your child. You legally adopted the child, and you can be legally responsible for paying child support as well.
Well, his first dad gave up his rights. How come I can't give up my rights?
Well, you know what? We're not doing it today. Today, you're going to take care of this child, okay?
Okay, what?
And you're not going to give him up because he's a
This is where things take a turn. The ex-husband admits that he only adopted the child to appease Miss Cassidy, not out of genuine care for the child. And then, brace yourself, he makes a remark about the child being a ballerina, and even complains about the kid's red hair. Yes, you heard that right. He acts as if hair color has any relevance to being a parent. Miss Cassidy even discloses that she dyed the child's hair in an attempt to make him feel more accepted. It's hard to believe. Judge Vonda Bailey is visibly frustrated, and honestly, it's understandable. His excuses are beyond weak, and it's clear that his priorities lie with himself rather than the child's well-being.
No.
He don't fish.
Sir, Mr. Cassidy, how much money do you make a year?
Approximately 83.
83,000. And ma'am, now to you. What does this mean, farmer?
I'd rather not go into detail.
Okay. $83,000 a year. And sir, you said, how many other children do you have?
I have 2.
2. Okay. So you have 3 kids
They're
total.
not redheaded either.
Sir, the color of their hair should not affect whether or not you decide to be a father to those children versus your adopted son. You understand?
I understand.
Okay. Well, as long as you understand. I have
Judge?
your gross. Yes, ma'am.
So I've dyed the little boy's hair now. So
What color is his hair now, ma'am?
his hair is the same color of his now.
And you all are aware that the color of this child's hair doesn't matter in terms of the financial responsibility, right?
I understand that, but he doesn't, so I'm just trying to make it to where he
I don't
likes
want to buy
his son.
tattoos for
You
the
know
rest
what?
of
It
his
is
life.
ridiculous. She even had to dye the child's hair to even make you receive any type of comfort, sir. That's ridiculous. Now, at $83,000 a year, I have your gross at $6,916.67.
Wow.
Who carries health insurance for this child?
I do.
How much is it for the child only?
$230 a month.
$230. Okay, sir, you're going to reimburse that to her monthly. Yes, you are. And your net comes out to $5,482.88.
Oh, my. Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
What? Do we need to call an ambulance? You okay? Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe an ambulance might help me.
Okay. Well, right now I'm getting ready to help you with these numbers, okay?
Or
Giving you
12
credit
gauge.
for the other children that you have. Your child support obligation is $808.72 plus the health insurance reimbursement of $230 a month. That makes your monthly obligation $1,038.72.
Okay, that's gonna.
Okay, and
Judge?
you can afford it. It's 83. You make $83,000, sir.
The judge moves on to calculating child support and addressing the ex-husband's justifications. Now, it's time to get serious. She reviews his annual income, $83,000, and determines his monthly child support payment, $88.75, plus an additional $230 for health insurance. Unsurprisingly, he isn't pleased. He starts complaining about his farming expenses, as if that somehow exempts him from his responsibility. Miss Cassidy requests back pay, but the judge clarifies that since it wasn't included in the paperwork, she cannot grant it. Meanwhile, the ex-husband's sarcastic remarks about farming costs only add fuel to the fire. The judge remains firm, making it clear that regardless of his personal feelings, he has a legal duty to support the child.
Well, there's a lot of overhead for farming.
Well, you know what? Dye your hair red.
Well, that's not going to help me pay my bills. That's
It
not going to help
might.
me feed my cattle.
Well, you know what? You might want to choose some different alternatives.
Well, you got to eat. That's what. Where do you think your food comes from?
You grow my food?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I pay for it from you, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Well, guess what? You're going to continue to grow your food, and you're going to take care of this child, who's now the hair is dyed because you had a problem with the color of the child's hair. Ridiculous. Is there anything further here?
Yes, the last year that he hasn't paid, can he pay the back pay as well?
You know what? That is a great question. Are you asking for back pay today, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, unfortunately, you did not put that in your paperwork that you filed with the court requesting.
Or just when it seems like this case couldn't take a more unexpected turn, Miss Cassidy throws out a surprising suggestion. Perhaps the ex-husband could avoid child support by remarrying her. The judge chuckles at the remark but quickly clarifies that this isn't a reunification court. She finalizes the case and orders the ex-husband to fulfill his financial obligations. Even with the ruling, his attitude remains indifferent and unapologetic. It's clear he doesn't understand, or simply refuses to. This segment wraps up with a blend of humor and exasperation, leaving us shaking our heads at the sheer audacity of his behavior.
Fortunately, if you did not ask previously, I can't award it to you.
Okay.
So, monthly obligation. Listen,
Judge, there's another
we don't
option.
need all of that.
If he wants to come back and remarry me, we can do that. Then he won't have to worry about child support.
Well, I mean, that's an option.
I'm going back to my ex.
That's an option.
I've got my other wife and kids. They're coming back. We're back
Just
together.
thought as long as he was
okay.
going back and forth, you know.
Oh, well, I'm glad to see
No
you.
going back.
Well, I'm glad to see that you moved on. And I'm glad to see that you're open to that possibility. But unfortunately, this is not reunification court.
Maybe she
This is
should go
child
back to the
support
memory
court.
clinic and go to
So,
work.
well, guess what? If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Want to give that to your wife? Maybe she'll have you comb your hair.
Finally, lawyer Vonda Bailey steps in to break it all down. She explains the legal aspects of step-parent adoption under Texas law, stressing that adopting a child carries a lifelong obligation, even after divorce. Bailey encourages viewers to subscribe and share their experiences, highlighting that these cases go beyond legalities. They impact real children's lives. The segment concludes with an informative takeaway, connecting the emotional weight of the case to the broader legal landscape. And honestly, after watching this, you'll never view child support cases the same way again.